Hi, YouTube. It's Colleen, Sienna Sunrises and the Pioneer Princess. And I happened to come across an old video that I did a couple of years ago before I had started traveling. And I was like, you know what? I was crazy back then because I didn't know when to go to bed then either. I still don't know when to go to bed. But I'm recording this video because kind of an update and where things are and things like that because I haven't done one in quite a while. So I've been traveling since September of 2019. No, September of 2018, forgive me. Um, and I'm still walking. Things are getting a little bit rougher. But you know what? Even if I ended up back in my wheelchair tomorrow, I'm okay with that because um, I've certainly I've been very, very blessed. At a minimum, I've been very blessed. But I, in the video that I was just watching, my pug Macho was in there, and he's since gone to heaven. On October 5th of 2019, he went to heaven. He was passing a lot of, I think they were like kidney stones and things like that, and he was just really sick, and it was time, and I let him go to heaven. Uh, Let me see. A lot has happened in the last couple of years. I've been traveling. I traveled across the country 2 or 3 times now. Once going, once coming, once going. I've been to Canada a couple times, especially to Alberta. Um, I absolutely love Alberta. I was introduced by a friend of mine, Ted, to a place called the Badlands Amphitheater. Fell in love with that place, fell in love with the people. Most wonderful folks in the world. Made some really good friends. And I've been really blessed to be able to just kind of hang out there. And, if they need a hand here or there, I can do some stuff for them. And so I'm a return customer. I always will be. I'll encourage anybody that I know to visit them. The production, the one that I saw, well, I've seen a few now, but I saw the Passion Play, which was the musical. That year was the musical, and it was absolutely amazing. And I've attended Blues and Barbecue, um, and an appreciation day, a community appreciation day, and what else have I done? A graduation that was there. So I've done some fun stuff up there. I have to keep switching because my arms get tired. Sorry, but yeah, really fun. So this past year, while I was there, I got there around March, and I was going to stay 6 months until right after the play, and then I was going to head back down to Arizona. COVID hit. COVID-19. Bad. The area that, sorry, I was eating popcorn and it's in my ear, in my teeth, in my ears, in my teeth. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, COVID hit, and so I talked to the executive director, and he, I was like, can I just hang out here and find stuff to do and whatever? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So I have a trailer that I camped in. They gave me a trailer to camp in for the summer. So I camped through the summer, which was what my plan was basically to do, was to camp. And I hung out and I visited and I did some stuff and we just had a really good time. My friends were there, Deb and Anna and Lois, of course, and we just really had fun. And I decided to take an apartment in Montana, mostly because it's still close to the Yamp. It's not too. It's only really a 2 day, not even a full 2 day ride to Arizona. Still a week from, well, 4 or 5 days from Maine and Connecticut. But for me, I felt like this was a good decision. So I did actually move back into sticks and bricks to avoid the COVID thing. My rig is in storage in Arizona. The amp has a trailer that I use up there, which is stored up at the amp. And so, my living situation is still pretty much camping as much as I can. But I did take this apartment because I felt like my body is tired. I mean, I've been camping for a couple of years, so it's pretty tired. And I just needed some place where I didn't have to work so hard to do daily living things like um, showering and getting water and preparing food and all of that so much easier in an apartment. Still have my rig. Still have the camper up at the amp, the one that's up the amp that I use in the summer. So camping is still definitely a huge part of my life and always probably will be until I can't do it anymore. But I have somebody to introduce you to, though. A year ago, I got this gorgeous boy. His name is Rayson Oliver. He wants me to pet his belly. And he is the new love of my life. Say hi, Race. Anyway, he's a Chug. I wanted another pug, but I saw him. I was with a friend, Shelby, who I met through Christina, and we went and we looked at Rayson at the kennel, and I was in love. I don't think he ever has left my arms since. He sleeps with me. He travels with me. He was abused, I think, pretty significantly because he's very, very reactive. He is really afraid of people. Not me in general, but and not my friend Anna, but everybody else in the world he's afraid of. And he nipped somebody once. She said it wasn't bad. Another friend said it was terrible. I don't really know how bad or how terrible it was, but so I'm really careful with him. If I'm somewhere where I think it could be a problem, I muzzle him. He doesn't seem to care one way or the other. And this way I don't have to worry that, he would hurt somebody or somebody would hurt him. So anyway, I have Race. He's my service animal. Service and training. He doesn't train very well, and he kind of doesn't really go everywhere with me, because I'm always afraid of because he's so reactive. I don't generally take him places if I don't have to. I give him his peace and I let him stay home. But he's awesome. He's really awesome. I moved into this apartment. You have to forgive me because I have literally no decorations in this place because, as you know, I gave everything away that I owned between 3 years ago when I left Maine and last year when I went back for a short time. When I had Madison, when I left, I gave literally everything I owned away. I think I have a few things in storage and that's about it. So I'm kind of starting all over again, which is okay because I only have a few things. I'm sort of into the minimal thing now. Don't really want too much because who knows, if I start to feel really spectacular in a year or two and I decide I want to go travel again for another couple of years and not live in a sticks and bricks, I won't have a whole lot of stuff to dispose of. So, and pretty much everything I have now, people have been kind enough to give to me. I did buy another bed, even though I have my beautiful bed in Maine, which is in storage, but I can't get it to Montana. And my mom is still kind of hoping that someday I'll come back out to the East Coast, which I might. I don't know. Right today, I'm very happy in my apartment. I have a bunch of friends. I have friends in the building that I live in now. I have my friends up at the AMP. I have my friends in Arizona. I keep in touch with all of them. I did have a really rough year this year. I lost my friend Roger in September, and that was pretty devastating. It was unexpected. I didn't even know he was sick. I don't know that anybody even knew he was sick. I don't know that he knew he was sick. Maybe he did and he just didn't say. I don't know. But I got a phone call from a friend of ours, Becca, well, a friend of his, who knew how much he meant to me. And she called me to let me know that he had passed. And I mean, he was just a few months older than me. And I've been sick for so long, and he didn't seem to be sick. And all of a sudden, he was gone. So that was really, really hard on me. So it's, and then losing Madison. That last year, from September to September, was rough, very rough. I don't want to ever relive that year again. I know we all get one in our lifetime, and that was mine. And I don't want to ever do it again. And that's all I want to say about that. But anyway, so look at my minimal decorations here. It's pretty bad when you got to use a jewelry bag to decorate your wall. But I have been doing some arts and crafts stuff to try to, make some decorations and things like that I can use for now. And if I decide I want to travel again down the road, I can give them away to friends, or I can give it away as gifts or whatever. But I get into, of course, I've been doing the jewelry again. And I've been doing a bunch of crocheting. That's my little ring I made, yeah. My chubby little finger. So I've been doing jewelry, and I've been doing crocheting, and I started something called diamond painting. The girl across the hallway, her name is Lori, she gave me a diamond painting for Christmas, and I actually had one in my rig, separated all the little gems out, or whatever you call those little diamond crystals, gems, whatever they call them. Drills, that's what they call them. I separated out all the little drills into little containers, and it's all nice and nicey, and then I left it there, and I didn't bring it with me, which I'm really sad about because I love diamond painting. So I've been doing that. Apparently Jared's girlfriend, Bailey, her mom does diamond painting, and she loves it too. I think it's a thing that people, once you get introduced to it, you kind of just love it. I just was telling Lois about it, so hopefully her and Gwenda will give it a shot too. But anyway, sorry I'm in my PJs because it's like nighttime. Because from my video that I just watched from years ago, I still need to set an alarm because I'm still not smart enough to go to bed at night. But I started this diamond painting, and I finished a couple, and another friend of mine, Jenny, that lives in the building, gave me a couple to frame. So we're going to take a trip out to the dollar store tomorrow and get a couple frames so I can frame them and put a couple of pictures up on my walls and make it look a little bit more homey here in my apartment. But everything has been good. I will give you a tour of my apartment at some point. And I'm thinking maybe I might consider doing some videos on my crafts, because I have been crafting again, and I'm not really going to be doing many videos on traveling probably until the warmer weather, for sure. Because let me tell you what, the one thing I love about this apartment is I am never cold. And I went to Arizona a couple of years ago, the first time I went, 2.5 years ago now, thinking that it was going to be warm. No, fallacy. Arizona's cold in the winter, especially if you're living in a covered wagon, which is what I live in when I'm down there. It can go to 30 at night, and when all you have above you is a canvas and heat rises, not warm. Not warm at all. And with my medical conditions, being that cold was just not good. I actually have been doing really well. I've had one pretty quick bout of spasticity that happened this summer, and I was cold when that happened, which that does happen to me when I'm cold, and my whole body just goes spastic and I can't control it, and it's an awful feeling. But it it didn't last. It happened once, and it was fairly quick. I wasn't alone when it happened, so I had people around me, and it hasn't happened since again, thank God. Um, my hip is definitely a problem. Definitely, that whole hip replacement thing, I think, might be something that might be on the horizon. Hopefully, not too soon, but I've been putting it off for forever as it is. But I'm okay. The back still holding its own. I'm still walking. I mean, I have my problems. Some days it's like I just don't want to walk because it's just too hard. But I can. Um, I don't walk far. I don't walk a lot, but I do walk, which is more than they told me I would ever do again. I am feeling like maybe I need to look into getting a wheelchair part time because once in a while it's some days I'm really iffy. I get up and I do what I have to do, but I spend a lot of time sitting in the chair because it's too hard to do some of the stuff I have to do. But all in all, I feel great. Um, I've done really good. As most of you who know me know that at one point I was about 240 pounds. I went down to about 180 pounds. Then I dropped down to about 160 pounds. I'm back up to about 180 pounds. So, weight wise, I'm still on this little roller coaster thing that I'm doing. But like I said, I do walk, but I don't really walk a lot. So it's not like walking for exercise. It's more like walking for, to get food or to go to the bathroom or to do that kind of thing. Not really um, like exercise walking. That's really, I think, more than my body can really handle. I mean, I try to do a little bit, but hey, I could still be sitting in that wheelchair 24/7, so I'm not. So I'm not complaining. But I'll take what I can get, and I'll worry about the rest as I go. But anyway, yeah, the funny thing is, I watched that old video, and I was so spacey in that video, and I feel like getting out and doing this traveling has really mentally done a lot for me. I don't feel like I'm such a space shot anymore. Like I really was really spacey for a while there. And I used to forget. I do use medical marijuana on occasion, only mostly at night when I go to bed because I don't want to take narcotics anymore for pain. And pain is something I live with every day. But I'm not spacey. I'm not spacey right now. I'm really sorry. I'm acting like I'm spacey, but I'm not. I'm really this. I have popcorn kernels in my tooth that drive me nuts. Um, but I feel like my mind is happier, and I don't feel depressed. I'm not taking any medication for mood or anything like that anymore. I just feel pretty happy on an ongoing basis. One of the things I wanted to follow up on that old video that I watched was with oh god, it was Under Seeing the Sunrises. It was a long time ago, but there was an issue with Jaslyn, my old pug, who I'd had put down, and I had her ashes with me, and I didn't know what to do with them. I got a beautiful little pink box as a gift from a friend of mine, another Lori friend of mine. We actually call her Lucky. And she gave me this great little pink box. It has ballet slippers on it and a little diamond on the top. It's cute. And I have Jaslyn in that box, and I've just taken her traveling with me, her ashes, and it's been good. Macho, I did not keep his ashes when I had him put down because he had not really walked in a long time. And I felt, and this is really dumb. You can think I'm crazy if you want to, and that's fine. I probably really am. But, he hadn't walked in so long, and they were going to cremate him with other dogs. And I thought, if he goes to heaven, I want him to just run with those dogs because he just didn't get to run the last few years of his life. So I didn't have them package him up and put him in a box for me. I just didn't feel like that's where I wanted for him, for his future. Oh, I'm one of those people that thinks that animals go to heaven. And I'd like to think that he's out there running his little heart out up there with all those friends that he was cremated with. Pipe dreams. Who knows? Um. So anyway, another really long video. Probably a lot of rambling, but I haven't given up on YouTube. I'm still here. I think what I'm going to do for a while is some crafting videos. You'll hear a lot about the amp because it's one of my favorite places in the world. And, you know, just kind of what's going on in my world and how I'm doing and how Racing is doing and how we're adjusting and what it's like living with all these stupid illnesses that try to make you feel like less of a human, but not me. I'm a human and I'm going to live it. So anyway, thanks for all these years plugging along with me. I still have very few viewers, and I kind of like that way. Really, I only do these videos for my grandsons, Devin and Levi. I love you guys. And my grandchildren that happen to see them. But I do them so that, you know, I can kind of keep in touch and the boys can see I'm fine. And if anybody plugs along, that's great. So now I am going to be smart enough to go to bed because I still have that issue. And I'll talk to you again in the very near future. I am diamond painting. I'm working on a painting for my mom for her birthday. So maybe in my next video I will, what do they call those? Whip and chat? Maybe we'll try a whip and chat on my next video. And God knows I can talk. And I'll be in touch. So you guys take care. I will put this both up on the Pioneer Princess and on Sienna Sunrises because those are both of my YouTube channels. And you guys all take care. And God bless. And I will see you in the future. You take care and live every day. Bye-bye.